All right, good afternoon. My name is Tom Lancy. I'm with the Coeur-Olivette Chamber of Commerce, and I thank you for joining us. Today, I've asked Ted Twinter from Pro Expo Exhibits and Fusion Expo Services to join us. He has been in the trade show industry for over 20 years, and in the midst of the coronavirus and our businesses trying to function amidst all of this, I've asked him to share what he's doing right now. I think it's some really great work. And Ted, if you could just share us what you're doing right now.
Sure. Well, again, Tom, thanks so much for having me. I was really excited when you'd reached out to talk about the opportunities. Yeah, we were one of the first line industries that were hit. In fact, I was at a trade show in Florida around the 1st of March there, and got word on the floor that the show may cancel. Went back and forth for several days, but in fact, we were in the middle of a big build and the show stopped, halted everything. So I knew pretty quickly that we were going to be facing some other challenges. Little did I know that we'd be where we are today. But again, with that said, we're pretty excited about pivoting on some of the products and services that we have, and we talked about this earlier, and so again, kind of excited to talk about that.
Yeah, so let's jump right into that, because obviously you're not doing trade shows right now. So tell us about this new service, this new product that you're offering all of our businesses.
Well, great. So as we thought about how are we going to get back to work ourselves, we naturally started looking towards some of the products that we have and then we sell, acrylic walls, extrusion components that ultimately can build structures. And as we started to think about how we can use those, it quickly came to mind that, well, perhaps our clients could use those too. Again, what we're doing is creating, let's be honest, professional sneeze guards. The cool thing about this is that we're able to use the same products and services that we've been doing and familiar with for years, and design and build custom applications that are temporary to get us through this, ultimately to get us back to work. And to us, that's a really exciting opportunity to provide to our clients and to our communities. That being said, Tom, we're a big supporter of the local chamber. We're a member of there, and of course, reach out to you to talk about how we can support that community.
Yeah, and I really do appreciate it. And I think we all know that when these restrictions are lifted, there still will be some restrictions, and we need to be cautious of how we're keeping our employees and our customers safe. And these new protective barriers that you can build for people, I think, are going to be essential. And I also love for you to share. You also have a special promotion for our chamber members as well.
Yeah, absolutely. When we look towards bringing everybody back online, what we realize it's going to be a hardship for everyone. And my goal as a small business is really to keep my employees employed. I have families that we've been working together for years, and again, want to keep them up and running. And to date, we've kept everybody on staff. Again, that's pretty exciting for us. But getting back to work again, what we decided is we'd like to extend a discount to the chamber members, 15% discount off the first initial order of any of our temporary protective barriers. We're looking at not only providing a purchase solution, but also to support that temporary effort, also a rental solution for a lot of our applications. So again, all this stuff is really exciting. And again, if we can help the community there at the Coeur-Olivette Chamber get those folks back to work, that's hyper local for us. We're right there in the community itself, and we feel that could be a great impact.
Right, you're right off Worcester Road. And
we are. Yep, we sure are. We've been there for over a decade now. Just expanded our offices there when we started our second opportunity, the Fusion Expo services.
Yeah, and as we know, like, we are going to get through this eventually, but we're going to get through it the best if we do it together. And so I love that our chamber comes together to support one another and to provide what we need to do our business. And I also know that you have a heart for trying to to feed those who can't feed themselves. And so I hear you can tell me a little about that.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thanks for bringing that up, because that's always been the core of my business, is giving back to the communities in a lot of different ways. But one consistent way we've done that is charitable donations and time spent in and with food banks. That being said, we wanted to get a nationwide spread on this, and so we're looking to partner with Feeding America. We've reached out to those folks in the last week and are developing that partnership so that a portion of the proceeds from every sale will be going to that organization. It's a wonderful organization. In fact, it supports a lot of food banks right here in St. Louis as well.
Yeah. Well, I just want to thank you for utilizing your gifts to pivot during this time. And I look forward to the days that we can have our trade shows again. But until we get there, I really hope people take advantage and use their gifts to pivot where they can, and also realize that they're not in this alone, and there are companies like yours, Ted, who are here to help them move forward.
Yeah, if I was to give a bit of advice to any team, from top management all the way down to the bottom of folks, it was a team effort. This isn't all about just an owner. This was a team effort to try to pivot, and it's also a team effort then to continue that. So I highly encourage every company out there to really look at what it is you do best, and see if there's a way that you can pivot and try to support your staff. And if you can support the community at the same time, that's a win-win. I hope everybody could be as lucky as us. And with that said, again, I wish everybody the best of luck. It certainly takes a team, and with folks like Tom and our community here, I think we're going to do great.
Yeah, I agree. And thank you for that, Ted. I'm going to also just want to remind you, if you want more information about these temporary protective barriers, you can go to temporaryprotectivebarriers.com. You can also look on our chamber website and click on the Shop Dine Local tab, and there is more information with a flyer and a link to this website and the information to find. So I again just thank you, Ted, and I just want all of our members and all of our community to know that we're in this together. We're going to get through it, and know that you have the support of our members and the support of the chamber, and also be assured of our prayers. And thank you for this time.
Well, that means a lot. I'm glad to be a part of this wonderful organization, and again, appreciate everything you're doing.
All right, thank you. Have a good day.
You do the same. Be safe out there.